Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday the 8th of June 2022. In today's Millwall news, we have confirmation of two first team friendlies, and the general consensus is it's massively underwhelming. This is from news@den.co.uk, but it's everywhere, it's all over the place. Millwall confirm first two summer friendly games. This is for the first team. Now we know there are two other games. I've told you about them already. They're Millwall 11 games, so it looks like they will be under 23s, probably boosted with some under 18 players because they're playing Friday and Saturday. So anyway, we have two first team friendlies confirmed. And are you ready for this? Millwall have confirmed their first two pre-season friendlies of the summer. The Lions will travel to Dartford. Yes, Dartford. The team that we literally always play in pre-season. It's almost automatic now, isn't it? On Tuesday, July the 12th. So that may very well be the first friendly that we have after they have returned from their training camp in Cork, Ireland. Millwall supporters will then get to see their side in pre-season action for the first time at the Den since 2019, when the Lions host League One Ipswich Town on Saturday, July 23rd, 3 PM kickoff. That game is the weekend before the start of the Championship season. It is also the same day as the St Neots Town game, and no offence, unless we've got some superstar signings that I want to have a look at, I would probably prefer going to St Neots Town to watch the likes of Bisart Topolodge and the other under 23 players. Maybe Zach Lovelace might be involved in that, or he hasn't signed a new contract yet, so maybe he might not even be here. So, or Abdul Malik, and watch them play at St Neots Town, unless we have signed some exciting new players, and I want to see how they play. That game is a weekend before the start of the Championship season. Mill could have another home friendly against overseas opponents the week before the game against the Tractor Boys. So, the week before July the 23rd, so that is the 16th of July. So that Mill are trying to organise a friendly on, maybe on the 16th, maybe on the 17th, but that weekend, for another home game, which is quite unusual. We normally have one home game, but I guess because we got a brand new pitch, the special synthetic pitch, it can probably stand up to it. So this will be quite unique, and we'll see how we get on. But and you can already buy tickets for the Prince's Park friendly. You can click there. I don't know if it's all ticket. I haven't clicked on it yet because, to be honest with you, I'm not really that interested. To be honest with you, although it is a midweek game, and that is very easier for me to go to midweek games than weekend games with my work situation. But yeah, so Mill could have another home friendly against overseas opponents. Now, why do we know that? Because this was published at the start of the day. This was published about 7 AM this morning. Mill aimed to secure friendly against overseas side. So this was before we knew. This come out first, and what I just showed you, the confirmation of Dartford and Ipswich, that come out later in the afternoon. So this story that I'm about to read you first was come out first this morning. News@den.co.uk again. Millwall are hoping to arrange a friendly against a foreign opponent at Den ahead of the 22-23 season. The last overseas visitors to SC16 was Spanish La Liga side Real Sociedad in 2019. The club are still finalising their plans for their pre-season friendly schedule. It will be the first opportunity for Millwall fans to see their team play a pre-season game at the Den in 3 years. We've got a home friendly the week before the season starts. I won't give any other details on that. So now we know that was the Ipswich game. So Rowett already knew that was lined up and banked. So long as boss Gary Rowett said, "Now, didn't we play them? We played them in pre-season at their place, didn't we? And they made, it was when COVID passports was coming in, and they made everyone with vaccine passports, and they wouldn't let you in unless you were vaccinated and you had a little card. I'm pretty sure that was the case. So, like, literally, we played them at Portman Road last year. Now we're playing them at our place again this year. And it really doesn't make any sense. We're trying to get another home friendly the week before that, potentially against foreign opposition. They are the aims. Whether they happen or not, we'll see. Whenever it's organised, I'm sure the club will announce pre-season plans. A big part of it is we want to give our fans opportunities to come and see some of the new players. So there you have it. We apparently are signing new players to see team in action and how we look in pre-season. That's an important part of pre-season, is to come and look at the new players. So it looks like we'll be signing at least 2 new players, because that's plural. It's not new player, it's new players. So I wonder who they are. Interesting. Maybe they're already lined up, pre-contract agreement and all that. It's been speaking to them since January. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's but that friendly is on July the 23rd, so it looks like we'll need to sign them before that date in order for them to play in that game and for us to come and see them. So we'll see who we do sign. What was I going to say? So yeah, so this was put out in the morning, like I said. So when it come up on the thing, on the feed and all that, Millwall announced 2 pre-season friendlies. Everyone's thinking, oh, they've lined up, the foreign team's been announced. Who is it going to be? And then you click on a story, and it's Dartford and Ipswich Town. And you're like, what a fucking cock tease. But we may still have a game against foreign opposition at the Den for the 16th, Saturday the 16th of July. So, who could that be? Now, all of the other foreign teams that we've played previously at the Den, or most of them in recent years, have been clubs that also have Macron as their kit supplier. This is true. Tondela, I think Real Sociedad as well. So, if that's how they link up with foreign teams to get them in for friendlies, we can assume that they're trying to do the same with Hummel. So, these are the teams that Hummel sponsors at the moment. I've shown this video before. I've shown this piece before. This is from hummel.co.uk. Danish national team, I doubt it would be them. These are the English teams that they sponsor so far. Southampton, Everton, Bristol City, Middlesbrough, Coventry. So it's obviously not going to be Charlton. And SC Braga of Portuguese. Club Deportivo Tenerife, Spanish team. UD Las Palmas, another Spanish team. Brøndby IFs were Danish team, I believe. These are the AG, I think it's AGF Aros, or Density Boulder Club, another Danish team to play in the Danish Superliga. Sonderjysk, AC Horsens, another Danish team, I believe. But here's the thing, I don't think it's going to be any of the Danish teams. Why not? Because their season starts on the 17th of July, and like I've just said, we're looking at a team to come in on the 16th of July, so it's definitely not going to be one of the Danish teams. So who could it be? FC Hammond? No. Here's what I think. I think that it very well could be, this is just me speculating, I think it very well could well be SC Braga. Now, why do I think that? Because if you may remember, we played them 3 years ago. Millwall 1, SC Braga 2. Pre-season defeat for Lions in Portugal. And I watched this. This was shown online somewhere. I think it may have been YouTube. It was a last minute decision to show it. And I do remember watching this at the time. And so this was July 2019, 3 years ago. About 8 months before COVID. So this was before the COVID season. COVID came in March 2020, didn't it? So this was just before then, in the summer before that. And yeah, the fixture was Mill's second of their pre-season camp in Portugal. I believe it was in Albufeira. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but Joey Barton's, as the Lions beat Joey Barton's Fleetwood Town for an 85th minute winner from Sean Williams. So yeah, I do remember this. Connor Mahoney, Matt Smith, and then we made a load of changes, and then we ended up losing, I believe. Hayden O'Brien scored the goal. Yeah, this is so unlike at Concord last week. I went to that game as well. I went to the Concord Rangers game. Harris opted to make no changes at the interval, but rather filtered through a handful of substitutes throughout the second half. So that's yeah. And Frank Fielding was in goal, and then they ended up scoring 2, and we ended up losing. South Londoners will enjoy another 2 days at training camp in Barrow before flying back to London on Thursday afternoon, where they will carry on their pre-season programme with a match against Gillingham on Sunday. So there you have it. We played SC Braga. So this is why I think we're trying to get SC Braga for the 16th of July. Because, like before, we go through the kit manufacturer, because they have links to them. They obviously know the people in the boardroom, the Hummel people. We know the Hummel people. We can talk to them. They can get us a connection with them. We've already played against them 3 years ago, albeit in a training ground game, not in a stadium game with fans. So there's that. Here is, now you might think SC Braga, who are they? They finished 4th in the Primera Liga this season, their last season just done. 4th, now you mean 4th? Yep, behind FC Porto, Sporting Lisbon, and Benfica, the 3 massive historical superstar clubs in Portugal. They finished 4th. So that's an achievement for a little team in Portugal to finish 4th. And they qualify for the Europa League group stage. So here's another thing. Why might they want to be doing that? Why might they want to come to Millwall and play a game there? Because they're in the Europa League. They're automatically in it. They're in the group stage. They've got 6 games, 3 away. I think it's 6. 3 home, 3 away. So they might very well get an English team, a British team, a Scandinavian team, and they might want to play a practice match against a team that plays that kind of way, and that will be Millwall Football Club. So not only that, but look at this. So these are their pre-season friendlies. Do you notice anything here? The game that was cancelled was against Sonderjisk. Where have you heard that name? I just read it out. It's one of the teams that has Hummel kits. So they have before organised pre-season friendlies against teams from abroad with Hummel kits. So there you have it. That's why I think we might be trying to get them in. Total speculation on my part. maybe not. Might be someone else, I don't know. But yeah, but that game was obviously cancelled. But Sonderjisk is one of the teams that, as Hummel gets, they were supposed to go and play in Portugal. Looks like in a is that their ground? I don't know if that's their ground. No, I have no idea what that is. So yeah, very well could be a possibility. And not only that, but you think, well, SC Braga, but look at this. These are the teams that are already in the group stage of next season's Europa League. Roma, Arsenal, Man United, Lazio, Feyenoord, and Braga. That's a good team. Braga's a good team. Very, very good team. If we play them in a friendly, it's going to be well, they're a decent team. So that now, in terms of who we can get and the quality we can get, that's a quality team. It's not a big name, but it's the fourth biggest club at the moment in Portugal, behind the big three. So I'm sure you would rather want us playing Porto or Sporting or Benfica, but Braga, we played them before, we lost 2-1. We might be playing them again. So just speculation on my part, but there are clues there. The Hummel link. Before we used to get clubs in from Macron link. They've organised friendlies before against a Hummel team, a Danish team. Obviously didn't fell through, probably because of COVID, I don't really know. But we have played them before as well, so I'm sure in 3 years the managers change, because these foreign teams usually run through about 5 managers a season, but maybe it's the same manager, I don't know. But we'll see. So there you have it. Moving on now to this. This is from millwfc.co.uk. Some outreach work, I think they call it. Millwall Company Permanent Secretary Antonia Romeo to HMP Isis for the Twinning Project. HMP Isis, I believe, is in Wormwood Scrubs. No, not Wormwood Scrubs, it's on Belmarsh, I think. And they're doing some kind of coaching thing, I think. But there you go. There she's in the middle. I wonder if she's related to Marlon Romeo. I don't know. Representatives from Millwall Football Club and Millwall Community Trust accompanied Permanent Secretary Antonia Romeo to HMP Isis for a first-hand look at the Twinning Project. The Twinning Project is a partnership between Her Majesty's Prison and Probation Service and professional football clubs, with the objective of twinning every prison in England and Wales with a local professional football club. So it seems that that's our prison, is it? Launched in October 2018 by David Dean, the former vice chairman of Arsenal and the Football Association. The Twinning Project aims to support prisoners whilst in custody and on release to help prepare them in their search for employment and reduce the likelihood of re-offending. The project also aims to engage approximately 48 prisoners per year in each of the 117 prisons in England and Wales in football-based programs to improve their mental and physical health, well-being, and attain a qualification which will help them improve their life chances and gain employment on release. Mill FC CEO Steve Kavanagh and MCT CEO Sean Daly were at HMP Isis to show the work that Mill do at the prison since joining the project in 2020. Steve Kavanagh, Mill CEO, said it was great to go to the Twinning Project at HMP Isis and show the impact we have as a club firsthand. Football has the power to change lives, and this project is a great example of that. It's helping to upskill prisoners through football-based education, and in an attempt to reduce the reoffending rates, create safer communities and save lives. Sean Daly added, "Since MCT joined the project, it has been beneficial for the prison, and we're seeing just how good this project is for the local community. We aim to continue the work here and create real change in people's lives." And there you go. picture, and that was on Twitter on Antonia Romeo's Twitter. And there you have it. Some good stuff going on behind the scenes. Moving on now to another job being advertised by Millwall Football Club, another couple actually. That's what we're going to finish with. Could you, yes you, be the new Bolina? Apply now on Bolina. Millwall Football Club is on the hunt for a new Bolina, carrying out duties on home match days alongside Bolina. The role holder will be expected to engage with the club's young fan base in a friendly and welcoming manner. And they have a full job description and details of how to apply. The closing date for applications is Friday the 1st of July 2022. And this has had 863 views here. So let's have a crack at this. Should have pulled this up before I started the video, but... Okay, you get 50 quid per match day. Okay. The role includes, but is not limited to be present on match days to meet and greet young fans and their families in and around the stadium, be present for photo opportunities in and around the stadium and encourage crowd participation, be present in the family stand, the junior line fun zone when required, fan friendly and an outgoing individual, able to work well with children and other staff members, able to carry out physical work whilst wearing a costume, experience with working with young people, be available for both midweek and weekend matches. Must be a consistent team player. Blah 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 blah. It doesn't say, so obviously an enhanced DBS check, because you're working with kids, but it doesn't say whether you need to be a woman or a man. Now obviously Bolina is Zampa, the lion's bird. Bolina is a female lioness. As you can see here, she is a female, very beautiful as well, but it doesn't say whether you need to be a man or a woman to be in that costume. Imagine the costume's pretty friggin' hefty, the head, so maybe there's been a geezer in there all this time and you assume it's a woman. I don't know, but 50 quid per match day. Can you see it? Where do you look at it off? I don't know, through the mouth? Don't know, I suppose you can't really see the game. Like, I was going to say, get paid 50 quid to watch the game, but doubt you can watch much through that. So, interested? 50 quid per match day. Doesn't say when you have to turn up for. I imagine when the gates open, which is generally like an hour before, is it? Or 90 minutes before. I imagine you finish like well before kickoff, probably halfway through the second half. You can just piss off. Probably just go and get changed in your normal clothes and watch the last half hour of the game. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Not only that, but we have another job being advertised from Millwall. Work for Millwall as a match day sensory area assistant. Apply now. Welcome to the sensory room. Millwall Football Club is hiring a match day sensory area assistant. That's a mouthful. The sensory area assistant will work as a part of a small team, ensuring club supporters using the space receive the best possible service each time they use the stadium. They will be the first point of contact for supporters using the area and help facilitate the best possible matchday experience. For a full job description and details of how to apply, click here. So again, I'm going to click on that, get it up live. Hopefully it loads. It does appear to be loading. And again, 50 quid per match day, so pick your poison. Do you want to work with autistic kids, or do you want to work in a big furry costume and have little kids run up to you and punch you in the shins? Set up the room pre-match and clear the room post-match. So you got to do some tidying up as well if you want to do this job. Support families in a safe and considerable manner. So imagine if you're like a teacher's assistant or something like that. This might be up your alley. If you work in a nursery or something like that, might be something you can do. If you're I imagine this is probably be ideal for a woman to do. No offense, but so if your geezer goes to Millwall, Matt, he's got a season ticket, and you're thinking of going, but you can get actually paid to go, and then but you'll be over there in this area, and he'll be somewhere else. I don't know, but again, 50 quid per match day, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but there you go. Mill advertising for more jobs, and just a little reminder, if you want to know, well, the jobs at Mill are advertising, I believe. You go to more, you go to club, and you go to job vacancies, and you can see all the job vacancies that are currently ongoing at Millwall Football Club. And yeah, there you go. So, on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.